I beg of you, before I am 6 feet beneath the soil, before the maggots hug my flesh into a shivering carcass, speak of me as I am. Nothing false, nor set down aught in malice. I pray that you will tell them that I died a proud man, that I was one who never spoke unless it improved upon silence. Tell them that I never moved unless it improved upon stillness. This here was no walk in the park. That life felt like a cigarette break during a one-night stand. There were mornings when I wanted to staple my eyelids shut because the sunrise was a horror film. I never wanted to wake up and speak of fear, speak of insecurity, speak of the days I shattered as loud as dynamite hissing through a funeral, how I danced through the gauntlets during day and I still made it home in time to kiss my mother goodnight. Speak of gladiators, speak of honor, speak of the times my eye socket swamped my nights into a river. Tell them that I was honest and felt everything. Tell them that I didn't hide, that an army of hooded men with sickles introduced themselves to my front door and my fist was a pistol. Tell them that I was a righteous man, that I held my brothers and I was my brother's keeper. I held them tight like a first jump on a roller coaster. Speak of a lion, speak of the wars us kings fought against the blood-leeching demons, goblin-like creatures with mouths as wide as the gates of hell, hijacking my serenity until it set ablaze like a church in the south. Speak of these equator arms that wrap around the women that I found paradise in. Tell them I was one who loved not wisely, but far too well, that I was never afraid to wear my heart on my outfit, and I adored the things that my wife will one day hate about herself. Tell them I picked up my son every single day and I told him that he was a miracle, that my daughter had the spine of a daffodil and gleaming pearls in her irises. Tell them that I kept it real, kept it funky, kept it 100, kept it G up from my feet up, that I was real rap raw in the flesh, that I rah like the Dungeon Dragon, that they tell me last on occasion. I regurgitated bars behind bars behind bars like dominance to fight me. Devil try to lie to me, dancing in my brain, click boom, it's the body. Poetry is pottery, homies on the side of me, saving lives, being kings, loving all the God in me. Tell them I found the Lord in this microphone and I loved him. I loved him fiercely, that every single time I open my voice box, I reveal the truth. I beg of you, before I'm 6 feet beneath the soil, before the maggots hug my flesh into a shivering carcass, speak of me as I am and tell them that Carmen's Lasant was human.
I know. I am more bass drum than snare. More raw lyric, explicit content than radio edit censorship, more rusty fork than silver spoon. More fist fight than argument, more gladiator than gambler, more shotgun than switchblade, more bomb than bullet, more nuclear than atom, more human than divine. And I know it takes something celestial to love me. So I've never thought to question the taste of rose petals in my mouth when your lips pressed against mine. Never found it strange that the hornets in my bloodstream seemed to gather in my belly to feast on the sweetness of your kiss. Never wondered why your whispers in my ears sound like fingertips gliding across the chords of a harp, or why your touch makes me want to speak in a language foreign to my tongue. Tus ojos están la luna en la noche de amor.
Come on.
I've never questioned why I've always felt like I could tell you anything, so that talking to you feels more like confession than conversation. How you turn this hornet's nest of a heart into a honeycomb, and this hip-hop song of a soul into a ballad too complex for the vocal cords buried in human throats to mimic. I've never wondered why your legs remind me of pearly gates, or why I feel so inclined to look for God in the arch of your spine, while our bed sheets remind me of spread wings when you dig your shoulder blades into the fabric of our mattress. How we turn headboards into crucifixes and shake the bed like exorcisms. You are not my religion, just my gospel. And I know you are not of this earth. So I'm more inclined to ask you what position in glory you gave up to come down here and wallow in the mud with me. Gorge yourself, with skin like holy water. Your embraces feel like baptisms. I find redemption in your eyes and salvation in your smile. I'm not sure I deserve you. You are more summer rain than hurricane, more quiet sea than tsunami, more halo than pitchfork, too celestial to be mortal. And I know you need something human to validate the reason you love so recklessly. So I spend most nights looking over my shoulder, because I know somewhere on the dusty railroad tracks of Lawrenceville, New Jersey, there's an angel tearing his wings out at the roots and burning the feathers, cause some boy with a hornet's nest for a heart and a hip-hop song for a soul and stole his girl. He'd do anything to make himself human enough to win her back.
You tell me, loosen your tongue, make it lighter, as if I ever complained about carrying my history in my mouth. I don't mind the sea breezes flapping flags of independence hanging from my tonsils, or memory mountains on my gums. You beg me to shut the village gates of my jaws. You do not understand what lives on the other side of them. My accent is not a burden, a hindrance. It isn't cute or funny. It is the smoothness of a wooden spoon after a whipping. It is the thunderous disquiet of waterfalls. It is the leftover crumbs of British colonization and African dehumanization. My voice will always be a choreography of calypso, puyo, and souk. Indigenous people line the hallway of my larynx, selling ancestry with a side of truth. You would rather me pronounce lies. Sing Christopher Columbus's praises when I know that man did not even discover himself. You imply that the sugarcane sweet structure of my sentences is too slave ship tight, too carnival colorful, too fish market loud, too Atlantic Ocean rough, too Equator Island hot. Learn how to spell stars and stripes in red, white, and blue. Even if I think the sun and rainforest in green bounce more comfortably between my cheeks, maybe fresh coconut water can wash down forkfuls of the American salad bowl. I'm still hungry. Each syllable slipping from my lips has been boiled in rice and peas with coconut milk and curried in chicken. I like keeping my words tasty because sometimes I have to swallow them. I speak like my grandmother. Her murmurs have calmed hurricanes and erupted volcanoes, raised 6 children and ripened green mangoes. I have dialed home in her tone and found perfect peace. I have mastered the art of expressing emotion by sucking my teeth.
Come on.
But why would you want me to forget all of that, like you did? You eradicated the true Americans and pretended like they never existed. Sorry, I would rather manifest my destiny in something native. So broadcast the news in Cherokee, forecast the weather in Algonquin, recap the games in Iroquois, play music in Hoopa, teach kindergartners in Yuchi, create Rosetta Stone for Illini. You start talking American, and then maybe I will too.
To Hollywood.
Come on.
Yes.
Someone say no.
Yeah, you're here. He's not. And I'm not. And I'm sure you'd like to know why we're not. I'll tell you. You see, he loved her. And she's not here right now because of you. Fame is a disease. We all got it. We're all sharing needles with it. And if you're not careful, you'll die before you die. I mean, look at us. No, silly, put the suicide note down and look at us. Look at all the bottles on the floor. Half of these things I can't even pronounce, but did you know Xanax reads the same forward and backward? No, I thought it was funny. Anyway, apparently my apartment on Broome Street did not sweep enough under the rug. So now you see what you've done. Now you know how I got these scars. See, the camera keeps rolling like a wheel, turning your insides. You can't have a normal life without a production team for a search warrant for your bad day. How many tabloids did they talk to ruin him? How many gossip sites? How many lines of cocaine do we need to forget that every day we're getting further and further away from everything we love? Oh, you thought he was acting? Oh, you think I'm not real? Oh, I'm real to real. And when you're sick with fame like him, you need people like me to keep you laughing. So when I lay you laugh at everything I said, why so serious? These before I go for 5 days, I kept bathroom cabinet jokes coming because painkillers can shove your mistakes off a balcony and you can still smile about them. You think you know how? You know. I was there to tell them if we were going to go anywhere, We were gonna go out with a bang. So,